certain, a number of songs are quite maybe UK or London specific. Just some references that are, just only about the pubs that we know in England or areas in London that we know. But other than that, some are quite more universal. Strassbourg, for example, is not it's not about going drinking in London at all.
No, because I wrote down some lines from the songs. Strassbourg, for example. I'll meet you in West Germany, October 1983. How come? It was still the Cold War.
Yeah, I mean it's sort of the setting really of the song.
Yeah. But how come? What is the idea behind the song?
Well, it's just, it's a basic song, I think, really about two people wanting this idea of freedom, and there's an element of a sort of love story, the romance there too. Obviously, two people who are in love wanting to break away and find a new life. So that sort of bit of idealism.
Didn't we?
Yeah, we did,
now we've got it.
And now we've got it. We're here in Holland. Tolerant place for us to... got a nice little room down there on the canal boat.
And Ein, zwei, drei, vier.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. Because I remember someone actually said to me in an interview for a newspaper in England, a sort of quite a higher brow music publication. They said, because I said, the song Strassbourg, it also sounds good shouting that Ein, zwei, drei, vier, and shouting the word Strassbourg. It's quite a sort of immediate thing and catches your ear a little bit. So but they said to me, well, look, I thought you guys were intelligent, were viewed as these intelligent sort of punks or whatever, and your lyrics have a certain depth to them. So why did you just shout something for no reason? Obviously, it is only a 3-minute song, 2.5-minute pop song. It's not. We weren't trying to write a manifesto with it, were we? So you've got you can write lyrics of a certain candour, a certain depth. But at the same time, you've got to know the medium, so it's important to have the little catchy bits like...
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you read novels or poems, it's a different sort of medium to, a 3-minute song where music is obviously a big part of, it just works with the lyrics, so you've got to know your medium. And you're not writing just a straight poem, and you're not writing a novel that goes in depth with all the characters or anything like that, so you've got to be aware.
Yeah, you've got to have a sensibility. I think that one of the reasons why we work well together is that we all have a sort of common... we have different influences, but we have a sort of common sensibility of how a track should sound, a good sort of instinct for that. So.
But do you talk about it before actually recording or writing the song? I mean, do you talk about what the feeling the song gives you, or the riff, or... Do you talk about what kind of subject it must have, or...?
On some songs.
Sometimes, we try and... Because that's the thing, say if you're come with some lyrics, and obviously we need to know what the lyrics are about, this is... So Alan will explain it, and that will then sort of inform the music.
Yeah, and if you want to try and... If a song ought to try and match the lyrics, like on an emotional level sort of thing. So, I mean, so like, for example, one song I remember we did do, it's like trying to work out the tempo and the sort of sound and stuff, is the final song of the album, Work, Pub Club Sleep. And, I was like, okay, it should be slightly plodding, slightly warm feel. I think there's a reference to like a Rapture song, Love Is All Around, which is sort of like, that's quite a nice tempo to have, like, it's quite a plodding sort of song. Tempo. So that's sort of expressed, despite the lyrics being quite depressing, but somehow trying to get a little bit of warmth out of the music to lift up the lyrics a bit more, sort of thing. So
it wasn't just that bleakness, it had a...
Yeah, because the lyrics are quite depressing, but then, the music is quite chirpy. Ding, 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 it's the...
Yeah.
So it's quite a warm sort of song. It's supposed to try and get the listener to share in the pain.
Okay. Well, I think we have to stop because someone was knocking at the door. What are your plans for the future? I mean the near future. What do you have some concrete plans, or?
We're touring with Franz Ferdinand until the 22nd of December.
Yeah.
And then have Christmas and New Year's Eve with friends and family. And then in the new year, we may be going to Brazil for 4 days to São Paulo to do a gig there. And then we'll be working on new material for the next album. And we'll release a single in the end of January in the UK and do a tour of the UK and Ireland.
Yeah, we've already sold out quite a few shows. We've sort of gone on to the next level really, where in the UK we're playing, bigger venues, and Yeah, we've sold out quite a few of them.
Yes.
Some of them have been upgraded. So we're looking to put out some new material quite soon.
When do you?
Probably, I think it's not concrete yet, but January or February to go with this tour.
So a new single?
Yeah, a new song that we've been working
one
on.
New song. And
one new song.
And a new album?
Well, probably we'll ideally probably record that in the summer.
Okay.
If not, yeah, May, June, something like that. I think that's the.
Yeah.
And what will the music sound like? The style, is it the same as your debut album, or will it?
Well, hopefully it'll be different. I think
Yeah.
it'll.
I mean, I think we're going to have a bit more fun, and you know, we'll a lot of the music for the debut album was, you know, a lot of it was in before we'd done a gig, you know. And it was like, okay, if we're playing live, what would it be like? Because we're just thinking of
That
just
medium,
gigs
weren't we? Yeah.
sort of thing, you know, rather than an
Okay.
album.
Yeah.
So I think now it would just be a slightly different viewpoint for us, sort of thing. So the songs might have a bit more breath in them, like a bit more room musically. It might not all be punk songs that are 1 minute 48 seconds long, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Live, but maybe might be nicer on an album to think a bit differently. So I think we'll think a little bit differently about the music.
Okay.
this time.
Yeah, we did exactly like look towards when we were first like practicing and rehearsing and forming this sound of the band. It was with that live medium in mind,
Yeah, it's really quick and really.
Yeah, and really immediate.
tight. Yeah.
Yeah, and sort of get people's attention. Whereas I think a band like ours needs to at a certain point, open up a bit, and we can, and sort of stretch ourselves a little bit. We won't make another album full of sort of jerky punk songs.
Yeah.
And I think there's sort of hints on that first album of a bit of a broader range for the band. So it'll be interesting really to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to do one night, one last lyric. Retreat. Should I give money to a good cause or save for a holiday? What do you do then?
Maybe a bit of both.
Yeah, or neither.
Yeah.
Or spend it in the pub.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can do charitable acts without giving money away and still saving up for your holiday. So I'd probably do charitable acts that didn't cost me any money. Maybe like giving a banana to a homeless person or something.
Okay.
And then still go on holiday.
Okay.
See ya.
Well, nowadays you can come back on the plane and they you're on the plane and they ask you to give to charity. So a lot of times you can do both.
Okay. Oh, that's,
Yeah.
thank you.
Apparently, you don't have to do that, but.
It's up to you.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks for this interview.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers, yeah.
Thank you.